I know every single name, everyone who gave their life that day, said the Reverend Frank Pomeroy, whose 14-year-old daughter Annabelle was among those slain. They were my best friends, and my daughter. And I guarantee beyond any shadow of a doubt that they are dancing with Jesus. About 450 seats inside the tent were filled as the service began, and about 100 people were standing. Many greeted each other with long embraces. Pomeroy implored worshippers to choose life, not darkness. He said at least 11 people had told him they have come to Christ since the killings. My heart breaks, but I'm excited to see what God is going to do, he said. I know God has a plan. After he spoke, worshippers sang the gospel tune, You're a Good Good Father, with hands raised. Many cried. Senator John Cornyn, R. Texas, reminded worshippers that they are not suffering alone. It's only been 7 days and this community is back to worship, bound together by faith, he said. Across this great nation, people are praying for you. They are supporting you. 6 specially trained emotional support dogs from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, were brought to the service to comfort members of the community. Sunday's service will show the world that we may be knocked down temporarily but we are not defeated, wrote Sherry Pomeroy, wife of the pastor. Please come help us honor their lives doing what they died for, worshiping our sovereign God. 7 days earlier, Devin Patrick Kelly ambushed the church with a semi-automatic rifle. For 7 minutes, he creeped around the pews, methodically shooting victims in the head, according to security footage reviewed by law enforcement. As he exited the church, he was shot at by an armed civilian. He fled in his SUV and was later found dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Authorities said Kelly was involved in a domestic situation with his wife's family and had sent threatening texts to his mother-in-law, who was not at church on the day of the massacre. A friend of hers told the New York Times that Kelly had been abusing his wife physically, verbally, and mentally. He was convicted of abusing his first wife when he was in the Air Force. The church has been closed since the day of the massacre. It will reopen to the public on Sunday afternoon as a memorial. Visiting hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It is unclear if it will remain open permanently. Pomeroy had said earlier that because the church held such painful memories for his congregation, he would like to see it razed so a new church can be built on the property. It's common for sites of mass shootings to be demolished or repurposed into memorials. The church said in a news release on Saturday, that volunteers had restored the church sanctuary from the scene of an unspeakable event into a beautiful memorial that celebrates and pays tribute to the lives that were lost. Joe Ibarra, 46, an employee of the Valero gas station across the street from the church, said he thought it was a good idea. I know some people may not want to go in there because of the reminders, but it might be good for the survivors to have some closure and move on, Ibarra said. He added that he would like to visit the memorial. I will go in there to pray for them, he said. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, R., proclaimed November 12 as a day of prayer. For more news videos visit News Pulse View.